We have spent millions of dollars just in 2025 for supplement brands, where we spend between $20,000 and $200,000 per month. And there is a specific creative strategy that is working right now that is giving us a 4 to 8x return on the ad spend for our clients. And in this video, I'm going to show you exactly what is this creative strategy, how it works, and show you also some examples. Before then going into the example, let me share with you just a couple of results. So this one in here, we have spent 11K. This is like a small brand, 11K spent in May, and then we got a 4.51 return on the ad spend. This one we spent 42K in April, and then we got 200K back, so it's a 4.68 return on the ad spend. In this one here, we have spent just 3K so far. This is like a newest brand, and a 5.29 return on the ad spend. And this is like another brand that last month only we spent $173,000. And then this one is another account where in January, like from January to now, so basically year to date, 2025, first 5 months, we have spent 1.1 million. And yeah, so the strategy will be basically based on this and like all the money that we have spent so far and the results that we have seen. So what I'm going to show you guys is not just the usual process that you should follow that you've probably seen from like other 1,000 YouTube videos, but I'm actually gonna show you also what exactly sells. So like what actually works for supplement brands, and also show you guys some example with some results that we got. Okay, let's start with the standard phase first, just to make sure that the process is clear for you guys, because you need some sort of adaptation and adapt this strategy and this process for your specific brands, because there are like a lot of different supplement brands. We work with like pills, with drink brands, with food-based brands, and so there are like different kind of brands they have. So and different brands serves different purposes, they have different benefits, and so you need to make sure that you adapt this information for your specific brand to make sure that they actually work. Cool. So the first thing to do is the research, and of course we start with competitor research, Reddit research, reviews. We put everything into ChatGPT just to make sure that we analyze as much as possible. I have made a video already where I teach a little bit how to use AI with some meme ads that we get some crazy 8x return on the ad spend, so you want to go check that out as well. And then you want to define angles and hooks. So you basically use ChatGPT, the AI, to define angles and hooks based on the research that you put inside the AI. So you want to use all the research data to define angle and hooks. And so you need to understand what people actually need, what people want to buy, and that's very important, what people don't actually want to buy. And need to define then the creative direction, and so create videos or visuals. Now let's look at what actually works. So what actually sell? So the sell process, and so the ads, to make sure that they actually sell well and they bring you those 4-8x return on the ad spend, you need to make sure that the ads have these 4 different elements. So they need to be emotional, they need to share a transformation, they need to be unique, so they need to differentiate somehow from the mass, and they should also have some humor. More elements of these 4 you have inside your ad, the best in terms of like return on the ad spend. Of course, sometimes you cannot have all of them inside, and so if you focus just on 2 and 3, they will work amazing as well. Let's start with the humor, with the most simple thing. So you need to keep basically your ad fun and not boring, because if it's boring, people will just skip it. And if it's fun, it's definitely gonna hold their attention and deliver the message properly. I've made a video already where we talk about AI meme ads that are working incredibly well for us, especially for supplement brands, so you should go check it. And yes, this is basically the main thing when it comes to humor. So just make sure that it's something, kind of fun. Just to make sure the ad still must have the direct to response approach, where you're showing, you're just leveraging the meme communication style to deliver a message and the actual benefit of your product. Don't just do random meme, because those are just gonna get engagement. They're not gonna make any sell. And the ads needs to be unique, so they need to have some elements of differentiation, of uniqueness that you need to either deliver through the message of the ad or within the ad itself. In this case specifically, it's gonna be for the message. Need to, you know, consider that there are like a tons of supplement brands out there, and so how your product differentiate, or how your offer. And so what you need to ask yourself is, how is your brand different from the others, and why they should buy from you and not from other, you know, supplements. And within the creatives, you need to answer those questions. And these are some elements. It can be because you have a unique blend, because you have a unique formula, because you have a unique offer, because you're solving an existing problem but in a different way. They could be like a more unique way. And you have unique creative concept or designs or communication in tone, because, you know, there are some brands that just use the usual ads, like point out us before and after, you know, the classic. And then if you differentiate even in the creatives, in the communication style, in the messaging, in the tone of voice, these things are gonna click. Okay. The third element is the transformation, and so people need to actually see the transformation that they can have if they use your product. And so you need to make sure that they know and they can actually see the transformation after using the product. So how will they or their life look like? And this is connected basically to the emotional point. Transformation can be emotional, can be physical. There are like different types of transformation. You just need to make sure that people can actually see it and actually be able to visualize themselves into that transformed stage. And finally, the fourth element is the emotional part. So your ads needs to trigger some emotion into people, and so you need to go down into the desires and the fears. So people, like, what usually they desire, they want to feel better, they want to feel more accepted, they want to feel more wanted overall. And so let's say you're selling a supplement brand for weight loss, cool. So people, why they want to lose weight? Because they want to feel more wanted from other people, because they want to feel better with themselves, because they want to feel more accepted within the community. Also, you need to dive deep into the fears, and so just let them know what they're missing out. And maybe they are also like not accepted, they don't feel accepted by someone or by the community or by like their friends, and they also might feel like they are not enough, and they are afraid of people judgment. And so I've seen an ad one time which was actually crazy, and this ad, it was about someone, it's like for a supplement brand losing hair. And so it was like you know, those kind of ads where you actually go like with like an interview kind of thing, and then there was this person going to a friend, filming like a POV video, and being like, oh hi, how long, we would never see each other for so long, and so all these things. And then there was this person in the video looking up, like looking at the hair of the guy, and from the POV angle you could actually see that the person was looking at the hair, and the guy in the video was like, oh, what are you looking at, like what's there? And then the other person was being like, oh, are you actually really Mark from high school, really? Like, I don't remember you like that, you know, something like this. And so this is actually what people feel, because how many people in the hair loss, for instance, that are losing hair, felt that, you know, they see other people looking at their hair, they're like falling hair, you know, they don't like that, of course. And so by showing this in the visual or in the video, wherever, people feel triggered, because this is exactly what is happening to them, and so they have the relevancy, right? And you need to make sure that the ads might follow these principles. Overall, the more you have, the best it's going to be. So for instance, your ad can be emotional, so pushing the fears, and then also have some humor, which is basically the example they've just done. When you combine those two things together, so the actual what works that I show you here, I show what actually sell, and the process, we're going to create some ads. And when it comes to ads, these are some example ads that are working very well for us right now, for supplement brands, for our clients. So First one is meme ads. So these are just some example of ads that we've been running. These are like all meme ads, and we got like 8.6 return on ad spend. This is like the last 7 days with 1.1k. Sorry, 1.1k amount spent, so ad spent. And those are like some of the ads that we did. And I also explained in another video how to create those ads and how to like optimize them for your audience and everything. So you should definitely go check my other YouTube video. Another type of ad that is working very well is creating those organic looking story ad. And so what you want to do, you just want to shoot your product exactly like that, and then you want to put a sticker, like a text on screen looking ad, where you use the simple like IG looking copy. And this is basically the results that we've seen. So this, I think we spent like $20,000 and we got a 4.41 return on the ad spend. As you can see, the approach is very similar. And then you also need to use organic unscripted partnership ads that are working crazy well for us right now. The reason why these ads work very well is because they really differentiate from the crowd, because everyone is just scripting a lot of UGCs nowadays, and people are now used to the pattern of hook, problem, solution, and everything. So those organic videos, they're just, just made different from the classic and traditional direct to response approaches. And so it doesn't look like an ad, like those kind of videos. They don't look like ads, and so that's exactly why they work. And they work especially well if it's organic, and you also run a whitelisted, like a whitelisted ads, or if you just use it as a standard partnership ad. If you have any question, feel free to leave a comment right under this video, and I also leave a link so you can reach out directly to me in case you want to work with me and my agency. For this video is it, guys, and I'll see you in the next video.